Hello everyone! Hi! I think something is wrong with the sound. Hello! Now it's fixed. I was the only one not muted. Hi! I am Simon at Wandering DM. Welcome to our Friday Cyberpunk game. We have a new face with us tonight. I'll let them introduce themselves. After we've gone around the table, we've done all the spiel for the sponsors. So, of course, you all know that this show is sponsored, of course, by Artalsorian Games, makers of Cyberpunk, of Witcher, Castle Falkenstein, Mechton, and Teenagers from Outer Space. They have run out of Cyberpunk Red physical books. You can still get them digitally. Because the PDF, there's an infinite amount for it, but there will be other printings of the books, probably just next year. So if you want to try the game out, the books are up on Drive-Thru RPG. Our other
Side
sponsor,
note, I do have a copy of it, and if you want a copy, or if you want my copy, you could pay me like $250 for it.
Get that markup. Get that markup, baby.
I have a picture of the book that I will put on eBay for $5,000. And if it's anything like a PS5, people will actually pay me for it. But no, without joking, our other sponsor, of course, Found Familiar, our meta sponsor for our show here. You can grab some Found Familiar at foundfamiliar.com. And also, by the way, they announced recently that they're about to sell, I think it's 5-pound bags of coffee. So you can get your coffee in a ginormous bag, so you don't have to order every so often. You just get it once, and then you're good for, if it's like me, probably 2 weeks. Our other sponsor, of course, Magen Press, makers of 5th edition D&D supplements. Check them out at magenpress.com. And also our partners, Level Up Dice. You can check them out at levelupdice.net and get some very cool, shiny math click-clacks. That said, as I set up the soundboard for tonight, let's go around the table, introduce the cast for our episode. We'll begin with the person right under me on this brand new overlay that I made. So our first person is Kat.
In Ren, but yeah, hi. Yes, I have another nickname. It's Cat. Anyway, hi, I'm Ren. I play drinks. This thing working? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's about it. I'm probably gonna be crazy tonight because I'm tired. So let's have fun.
Up next, Chris.
Hey everybody, I'm Chris Geary. You can find me on Twitter at Chris Geary. I use he, him pronouns. So does my character, Mr. White, aka Dr. Frost, who will be here for all of your negotiating needs and other things that ail you.
We'll skip over our guest for a moment and go right above on the overlay. We'll go to Adelaide.
Yeah, I am Adelaide Gardner, or Adelaide on Twitter, and I play Reno, our solo.
Next up, Deirdre.
Oh, hey y'all. I'm back. It's time. We're having enough fun. I'm at Deirdre on Twitter, or Praxgarth as me before. You can see me around on Twitch, and I get to play Trins, your friendly neighborhood mechanic who will make it go to 11 and actually have all of the fun all the time. It's great. Everything's fine. There's no problems whatsoever.
Last one would be Anino. Oof, I gotta get used to this overlay.
Hi everyone, my name's Anino. I use he, him pronouns, and for this campaign I play Jimenez, the rocker boy by way of professional wrestling, and also a performance artist by way of pantomime. Vigilante pantomime.
The only true type of pantomime.
Yeah. And we'll introduce our guest right away without revealing too much about her character. But hi, person, who are you?
Hey, I'm Hannah, Hanimation Art on Twitter, Hanimation Studios everywhere else, and I play Black Cat or Cat. Won't say too much more other than that. I use she, her pronouns, Cat use she, her pronouns, easy peasy.
And with all the introductions out of the way, let's go back into our game. What do y'all remember happened 2 weeks ago in our last session?
2 weeks ago, I don't remember.
We kidnapped a guy and I boosted his car.
Oh, right. The guy
And-
that's supposed to lead us to the chick that's in the bunker
Yeah.
or whatever.
Uh-huh. Who showed us that this was all a bit about Militech recruiting processes. It was both Militech recruiting and Militech getting rid of problems in their way. I don't really like Militech, but the policy of, waste not, want not, 2-for-1 deal, that I can understand, You've created the system that you want to be pragmatic about it, but killing this many people is not cool. It's not cool at all.
Whoa. Swallowed too fast.
But it's okay. Right now, he is tied up inside the RV, and he made shitty comments about my RV. So right now, he's listening to the Torture Merc playlist, which involves Tom Jones, What's the New Pussycat, and then
It's not unusual.
It's Not Unusual to Be Loved By. I kept getting into like Tina Turner. I think that might be an actually change it up. What's Love Got to Do with It was the thing that was going into my head.
But yeah, Marco Bueller was made prisoner and put into the RV after shooting Jimenez in a scuffle
apparently
outside.
He's being tortured because of the comment about the RV and not the fact that he
I
shot.
was fully expecting that Jimenez can deal with his own shit about beating the crap out of the guy. He beat the crap out of the guy.
Oh, he still got
I
shot.
respect his abilities.
So now we know on the priority list where the RV ranks and where the boyfriend ranks.
Don't lie, Simon. We always knew.
Sirens, shut up. So we'll pick back up the next morning. If I
Was it
remember,
the next morning? I thought that time-wise, Jimenez had a show, and then after the show, they were going to go.
oh
to
yeah,
some
because
other
the
thing.
meeting was the same night. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My bad. Yeah, I knew it was in the evening, but I thought it was the next day. So we pick up after the show, which, by the way, you can read on aninogaming.com. Did I get the URL right?
Yes.
Cool. I'll put it in chat. There's a ton of little slash fic. Is it slash fic? Fanfic?
Yes.
Yeah, slash fic. No, it's flash fic, not slash fic. Yes.
Nope, it doesn't meet the requirements to be slash.
Okay.
At least yet.
I thought the word was slash. That's why. But go read all the short stories.
It would be slash if it involved Jimenez and Mr. White.
Yeah, I'm not writing that.
I like how when I mention slash fic,
that attitude.
all the women around the table smile and nod, and the guys are like, "What?"
Listen, I was 14 on Neopets at one point, okay? I started out the OG, okay?
So
Still not.
we'll start with Jimenez coming back from the wrestling match that night.
We're picking him up. We ended with me telling him we'd pick him up after the show, and then go.
God damn, my notes are all over the place.
So we're picking him up, basically the back door of Club Underground.
How did Jimenez fare during that match? How beaten up is he when he comes out of the back door?
Yeah, so he's actually doing okay, even though he was shot earlier because Mr. White treated him for that, and he got his scratches. But the thing was more of a debut, and it was more of a squash match where he just, the other guy didn't get any offense in whatsoever. But it was the debut of his new music, his new costume, or new attire, and sort of his new flashier persona. And nobody really expected that. He didn't even tell Trins about, what he was doing. Because she was too busy torturing someone in the RV.
And rebuilding Jinx's car, and stripping the car that we stole from the guy who were torturing in the back of the RV, and well, you technically Jimenez doesn't know that yet, so that didn't happen. Mm-hmm.
Marco is still zip tied in the back of the RV. Plastic cuffs, I should say. Plastic cuffed.
Plastic cuffs that light up and
Yes.
are neon.
He hasn't said a word since you left. He's looking down, sitting on the floor, his hands tied behind his back, from time to time tapping his foot. You pick up Jimenez outside of it's not
Club Underground.
It was
at
at Club Underground? Okay, I wasn't sure. So yeah, you pick him up at Club Underground and make your way north of the city to a district called Little Europe. A fairer district compared to where you're living. There's room between the buildings. And sometimes you'll have about a 3 feet by 3 feet square of grass. Here and there, especially
Fancy.
more along the main roads, you're gonna have trees that have been planted. palm trees for the most part. It looks almost like downtown LA in 2020. Still a lot of concrete, very tall buildings, a lot of glass, a lot of traffic, both on foot and by car. There's a few AV that come flying above you. Nothing too eccentric. They're not landing or I was gonna say getting off. Taking off from Little Europe. But it feels more like a metropolis here than the war zone that you're used to live in. Do you remember the name of the place you were going to?
Little Europe? Like the district or like
The building.
location?
Yeah.
We didn't write that down. I gotta go
Camden
down.
Court.
Hamden Court?
Camden.
With a C.
Hamden Court.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Hamden.
Like a den of cameras.
I remember now. This place was supposed to be like a retirement home for solos.
Yep.
What?
It is a
Is this where y'all are
highly...
gonna put me?
Yeah, in fact, Belinda doesn't exist, Reno. They're scouting out locations, homes for you.
Yeah.
I once took down IEC. Okay, Grandma, let's get you back for your nap.
No,
I
no, we
think this
can't-
place
we
is
can't
actually
leave-
nicer than our place.
I was gonna
so-
say I don't know what their HOA fees are, but we may have to save up a little more before we can send you that, Reno.
In
I
fact,
don't know. It looks so nice, but I do not see a Mrs. B anywhere involved, so it cannot be as nice as our place.
picture a whole community of antisocials.
God,
It's-
property values would sink because no one would be out doing any of the upkeep.
Oh shit, I'll go now. It's fine.
So
See ya.
it is a highly reinforced ritzy apartment complex. Hi, Jay. But yes, it looks from a distance like a 30 to 40 story high building with maybe a good 20 apartments aside. And then it's divided into two sides, the north side and the south side. Players, can you hear the alert sounds?
Yes.
Oh yeah, because I'm sharing the
He always could.
Yeah, I'm sharing the sounds from my computer, of course. So yes, KB, to answer your question, yes, everyone can hear them. I can also mute them. That said, from a distance, it looks like a nice apartment complex, a nice place to live in. The closer you get, however, the more security you start to see. Almost every balcony comes equipped with a small turret. Cameras are sweeping not just the courtyard around the apartment complex, but also the streets around. And taking off from the roof from time to time are tiny drones. You only see them as you get, maybe right across the street from the building. The drones themselves are about the size of a grapefruit. They're very tiny, very easy to miss. They fly out from the roof, they survey the whole area, and they come back to roost. They could almost be mistaken for birds. The courtyard itself is a fairly barren place. It looks more like a prison courtyard. There's not really any grass there. There's a basketball court. And you have, of course, a parking lot with where a few of the residents have parked their cars. The whole thing is gated. And the gates are protected by security guards. 4 of which at each gate. 1 on the north side, 1 on the south side. And in addition to that, you have security cameras watching every access point. It's like this place is the place to live if you want to tell people to fuck off and leave you alone. And you have the money to do so.
And here we are trying to get
In a banged up old RV.
No. The RV is perfectly stylish, painted and waxed. What banged up RV are you talking about? Also, we are invited because Schmuck in the back seat over there says he give us the code to call the person down. So
Let me rephrase that. And here you are in an RV equipped with a combat plow.
now that I will accept.
You don't even have time to stop the RV, like to park properly. That 2 of the guards break off from the gate and they walk across the street. Even seeing you come from afar, you might be, 200 meters away. They break from their position and they put their hands up to motion you to slow down. Both of them...
20 points if you hit both of them.
I thought we were being nice.
I'm just saying, 20 points.
We'll be nice.
I mean, they are brave to put themselves in front of a combat car. You notice when you approach them and slow down that they are wearing heavy armor jacks. And they also have heavy submachine guns hanging from a bandolier. Once the car is stopped, 1 moves to the passenger side, 1 moves to the driver's side. The one on the passenger side is just going to do a quick sweep around the RV, while the other one motions for Trins to roll down the window. Oh my god, I said rolling down the window. For sure this doesn't exist in 2045.
The same motion, you just kind of push the button. And she opens it just enough to be smiling and charming, and fast enough that she can put it back up in a hurry. Hi!
This here is private property, your street included. Do you have any reason to be here?
We was invited. It's nice to meet you. My name's Trins. How are you? What do you do? What's your name?
Jesus fucking Christ. Name's Chad.
Chad! Nice to meet you, Chad.
Nice to meet you too. Now, if you're invited, can you tell me who... And he just looks over his shoulder at the building. Who invited you?
Hold up. Deirdre blanked on a moment. Is it Belinda? Okay. Belinda! She was really kind of talking about it, and it was really kind of awkward because we met our boyfriend, and then there was the whole chatting that was going on, and we decided he ended up losing his car, so we ended up having to bring him back. Did you know that it was really a bad idea to park your car instead of in front of the Forlorn Hope if you don't want it to get jacked? That seems really kind of mean. But he did, and so we decided he was a little intoxicated at the time, and then he called her, and then there was a whole bit conversation, and we were kindly invited.
Jimenez is just going to put a hand on Trince's shoulder and lean over. And, how's it going, Chad? We're just here to see a woman by the name of Belinda. Can we can I was told I need to start using my class skills a little bit more. Um,
What do you mean?
Can I, seeing as that I was asked to talk or do a video about creating a rocker boy,
Oh,
I should probably start, you know,
acting like a rocker
using
boy.
my using my skills. I'm like, yeah, I can totally do that. Yeah, let's see. Can I try to make this guy a fan?
You
Maybe
mean
my
there's more to
department-
life than suplexing someone?
I know, isn't that crazy?
I don't get it.
I don't get it either. But here we are.
Yes, you can attempt to make him your fan. I'm just quickly going through the pages to try to find the mechanic. There we go. Charismatic impact. What's your rank again?
Mine is 5.
I mean, I'd say to see if he is a fan, first and foremost, I would
Sure.
need you to make a reputation check.
Okay. Hang on. So we never really did talk about the consequences of Jimenez putting out that video about him fighting Marco earlier.
Marco Bueller?
Yes.
I mean, it's been a
Let's say-
couple hours.
Well, it's been a day. I mean, we met him in the morning, and
Yeah. And a full day on the internet, that probably could go viral. Yeah,
plus
give...
it's also
give
it's
yourself a
tied with
plus
the
1.
Last man standing. Okay,
Yep.
I'll do that. Oh, I crit. I got a 10.
Then roll again. Oh, I was going to roll a
You get to roll
a
again.
d20. Yeah, I got a 4. Yeah, no, he knows you. He knows you.
Okay.
He just... You see in his face the sort of hesitation of, like, breaking professionalism. Maybe. Maybe not. So what do you ask of him? Consider him a fan. What do you want him to do?
Hey, we're not really looking for any trouble. We just want to go in and have a chat, find out a little bit more information about a little something that we're working on. So if you wouldn't mind just not giving us the 3rd degree here, be really appreciated. I just came out of a show, you know how it is.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't catch it tonight. I mean, yeah. There, and he turns to the other guard who has just rounded the corner of the back of the van and walked up to him, and he says, "They're good to go. Open the gate. So you can park in any of the guest spots. That's it. Just let us know when you need to leave and we'll open the gate for you."
Much appreciated.
They move out of the way. You turn into the courtyard and park the RV. And we'll transition to somewhere else. Across Night City. We're in the middle of the night. We see a car parked on the side of the road. A few lights within, a few LED lights within, are the only source of illumination for the whole car. If not for the fact that LEDs don't take up a lot of power, the car's battery would have probably run out by now. Sitting inside is a person who's about to receive a phone call. But first, Anna, why don't you describe very quickly what Black Cat looks like?
Good question. Black Cat is a. Well, she's thin and she's got yellow eyes, but they are shift tacked, so not her natural eye color, clearly. Short, kind of messy hair, scratchers, and she likes to dress eccentrically because she's self-employed, so she can dress however the heck she wants, and she chose eccentric. So, just kind of a weird lady.
What was the name of the character you gave me? From
Hannibal
Pacific Rim?
Chow from Pacific Rim was the inspiration, sort of.
So Black Cat is sitting in her home, in her house, which is also her car. You're lounging in the car seat, in the driver's seat, when you receive a call on your agent.
Okay, I will answer the call.
Am I addressing myself to... the hell is that name? Black Cat?
Yes, this is Kat.
We just wanted to let you know, miss, that, well, do you know a certain, Marco Bueller?
I've heard of him, yes. Why? What does this have to do with him?
He's gone dark.
Hey, look, I had nothing to do with that. That was not me. It was somebody else. I've been minding my business.
Look,
I don't...
we're not trying to cast blame onto anyone, but we know he had dealings with you.
Yeah, a lot of people have. What's the point?
When's the last time you saw Mr. Bueller?
It's probably been a while yet. When was the last time you saw him?
We're asking the questions here, Miss Cat. Did you, or anyone that you had under your employ, work with these individuals? And you get a an attachment sent to your agent. Which, by the way, now that you
Do you ever...
open it, you also recognize the sender as being the Militech Internal Affairs Division. Militech being one of the biggest mega corporation based in Night City. Also now a branch of the government, but yeah. And the attachment that was sent is just a short video taken from a security camera. It takes place in front of a brick building, looks like a dive bar or something. And you see a few people walk through the walk across the street from the bar and corner Marco Bueller. And someone proceeds to kick his ass as another person crawls under Bueller's car. It looks like he was carjacked or mugged. If my memory serves, the person beating him up is dressed like a mime. No, wasn't dressed like a mime. The person beating him up is none other than local rising star of the wrestling world, Jimenez.
I know him. I know that one right there, but only from the social medias. I don't personally know him. Might have a better wanting to get to know him now. Good on him.
We thought as much. We'll stay in touch, Miss Black Cat.
Mm-hmm. What reason did these people have for doing this unfortunate occurrence to this man? Do you know?
And you hear a muffled voice on the phone. The person is covering their agent to speak to someone next to them. We can give you only a few information. This person, despite their social media presence, is to be considered dangerous to any employees of Militech and subsidiaries and subcontractors.
So you want me to find this person then?
We do not need you to find this person. We will handle the matter ourselves.
Sure, of course.
We are just trying to figure out what could have happened to our agent. And you are listed among his recent employers.
Okay, yeah, but like, do you usually go to every person who's employed someone if they get beat up outside of one of these clubs? Is that standard?
No, but we have reason to believe that there is... Oh. No, I've just been told you cannot be privy to that information.
Oh, well, sure, absolutely. You asked the questions, yeah. I understand.
Just for your own safety, please
Sure,
do not
I'm
contact other Militech employees.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And they hang up.
What was that? Well,
That's another one of your employees that somehow got taken. But now at least you have a maybe closer or better clue as to what might happen. Though it doesn't seem to match the pattern that you've seen so far. Because normally it's always, you know, when... Oh no, mind you. Can you make a, I'm gonna need to check for that before I open my big mouth. If you can make a, what would that be? Local expert? Streetwise. Yeah, a streetwise check, please.
okay.
Oh,
There's so many
streetwise is
things.
under social.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay. Wow, those are new. The new ways of rolling things, apparently. Big, bright blue boxes. With a 20, you remember that, though Bueller was under your employ for certain jobs, you certainly weren't the only fixer he was working for. And it is true that he did meet with Belinda a couple of days ago. And now these people come out and apparently mug him or attack him.
So there. Okay. I will set my sights on trying to find these people.
All right. How would you go about doing that? What's your go-to method for tracking down people?
Can I try and see if there's any other footage from around the city that is more recent, where it might have matched appearances to any of the people that I saw, specifically Jimenez? Because I feel like maybe someone might have snapped a photo of a social media star.
Yeah, that would definitely be a... Ooh. What was the skill to search the net again? I know there's one. Library search. Yeah, if you can give me a library search, it's with where your languages are.
Okay.
Jimenez, would you care to describe the last 3 videos that we can find of yourself on the internet?
Okay. The most recent one would probably be clips from his show earlier that night. His entrance, his new attire. The other video would probably be the one in which he was powerbombed through the windshield of a car by Fiona. And then, well, yeah, that video of him basically sucker punching Marco.
Oh yeah, because the video that you posted on the net X is longer than the attachment that Militech sent you.
Yeah.
And it is filmed from a different angle.
It is. And there might be some of the talk or mention of why he was actually doing it was because this guy hurt a friend of his.
So they seemed bent on revenge. And also from the shots that Jimenez took, I think we see part of the rest of the crew, right?
Probably, yeah.
Because
the only one you may not see is Trins and Jinx.
Yeah, Trins and Jinx were outside of view. Were behind Jimenez. But you would have seen Reno and Mr. White. And in fact, you would recognize the tall, bald, bearded figure that came out of the RV very nonchalantly at the end of the video. It's just a few frames. But there are rumors in Night City about this person. A ruthless dealer of favor. People either love him or hate him. Actually, I shouldn't say hate. I should say fear. He is an excellent procurer of goods or of services. Except that compared to most fixers, he doesn't advertise as such. It's the type of person that you seek out. He doesn't seek mercenaries out.
Okay.
And can you make a one last check for me, please? A local
Sure thing.
expert check.
Sure. My home?
Yeah, your home, because it's Night City. Ooh. Chris, would you like to give Anna, and I'm giving you free reign within reason, 4 things that people could have said about Mr. White. Good or bad, true or false.
Based on your introduction. Well, let's see. What are some of the good rumors I've heard? He is developing a network to control the city. He doesn't do his own dirty work. He will save your life. And number 4. He likes expensive food.
Okay.
Kind of a mysterious person. Almost like this Mr. White is cultivating a persona. But he just might be, dangerous enough to be the type of person to go against either your employees or actually could go against the person killing your employees, offing them.
Well, the last thing I've seen seems to be him attacking someone who worked for both of us, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, White didn't attack. Someone with White did.
Associated with someone who attacked. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Is there any way that I could look for any footage that exists of him, of Mr. White?
We'll keep the same rule you had earlier. There is not a lot of footage of Mr. White.
To be expected.
I'm trying to remember in the last 2 seasons.
I think the
I've paid
place
to
where
have
there
my
would be the
images scrubbed 3 times.
Huh?
I've paid very, very good people to scrub any reference to me off the internet 3 times in the last 2 seasons before this one.
I would argue and say that you could probably see Mr. White in that fiasco that was the Crazy Princess Jimenez match.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he'd be someone. Yeah, he'd be a face in the crowd though.
No, I think that in the videos afterwards, where there was the whole confrontation with Crazy Princess's dad, I would think that
was that videotaped?
could have been. Just, there are a lot of cameras out there.
We would have seen, but that was the moment when White basically just walked casually up to the ring and tried to shoot someone, right? Like one of the first
I didn't
time.
walk to the ring. I walked past it as I was headed to what's his name, her dad, and I shot just blind and didn't hit anything, and then tossed the gun, or upholstered the gun.
So aside from that, no one seems to have footage of him. But he's always around this Jimenez person.
Okay. Is there any way that I can put an alert on if new footage is uploaded where it shows Jimenez?
Yes. and I'll say for the sake of this, it takes about 20 minutes and someone sends you a message. Like posts
Oh,
a
okay.
reply to your request.
Okay.
And the message says, not supposed to put this here, but here it is. And it's a security footage from Camden Court, where an armored RV pulls into the like the courtyard. But the person says if you pause the video at 31 seconds, you can see Emin sitting in the passenger seat, like sitting shotgun. And I mean, we're in 2045, so the video isn't super blurry. Like there's a certain quality to it. And yes, if you zoom in, you see half his face.
It's better than anything else I have.
It's also, I forgot to mention before we started the game, but you would know that Camden Court is where Belinda lives.
Oh, okay. Is there any way that I can ask when this was taken from the person who sent it to me?
Yes, the person says that it was taken 20 minutes ago.
Okay, I'll head on over because this is the best lead I've got.
All right. You turn your house on and you drive out into the night, racing across Night City. Let's go back to our friends at Camden Court. What's going on, friends?
Sends us backing the RV into one of the guest spots.
I will then take the plastic cuffs off of our guest.
He looks up at you as you do so. And you see him, like, stare off in the distance for a second. And then he focuses back on you. You've seen this happen before.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing stuff with internal implants.
Of course.
Turning them on or off, or doing something. Something's happening.
I looked at him and said, so this is either where you make an introduction for us so we can start the game, or this is where you try to double cross us and we all are worse for wear afterwards.
Speak for yourself.
I don't plan on double crossing any one of you.
I know.
Told you I'd want out.
There's temptation, so just being honest.
I'm going to ping you in, but I'm not going up with you.
Why not? You scared?
If something goes wrong, I'll be the first target.
Yeah, true.
I'd rather walk out of here. I'll introduce you as, I don't know, I'll come up with something in the next few minutes. Alright.
Good.
And he wipes his hand on his pants as he gets up.
I hand him his phone. Or his agent.
Yeah.
You might want that. I'm certain that your employer is probably wondering where you are and thinks something's up already. They're paranoid.
As they should be.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sooner we can get you off the grid, the faster you can get away.
He heads to the door of the apartment building, the apartment complex. I would like to know, before we do that, before you exit the RV, how much iron are you all packing into this apartment? What are you carrying with you?
I mean, will they let us? Like, are they gonna stop us from carrying in?
Oh no, it's a solo paradise. Like, everyone's armed.
Then I'm going in the whole shebang.
You're going in like you live there?
Hey,
When in Rome. right?
She's grabbing the brochures.
don't knock till you try it. I'll take one of these and one of these. Can I get your calling card, by the way?
There's a complimentary sawed-off shotgun if you take the
Do you
tour.
have a website?
There are unfortunately no vacancy at this point in time.
Yet.
Oh,
could
but that can
change.
always be arranged. That can always be arranged.
Yes, there is a lot of turnover rates. But anyway, so you're carrying everything. What about Jinx? What is Jinx carrying?
Oh, we're gonna be too close quarters for the sniper, so that's gonna stay. But I'll probably have a couple handguns and. Didn't we have like a shotgun or something lying
Yeah,
around?
I got you a fancy shotgun when we went
Yeah.
to the Vegas trip. Eventually, is what it turned into. But
We also have a crappy shotgun too.
nah.
I'll take the good shotgun. But yeah, so the sniper will stay because it's just too close.
Jimenez is bringing his arms.
He's bringing his crew.
Are you
The crew is armed. He's not.
are you putting on the face?
I, no.
Okay. Trins in white. Are you bringing anything?
Shins is gonna go to like the back above one of after everybody else leaves and like pushes against the wall and the drop down hatch opens and there's a rack built in so we could put the sniper rifle away, but also Wrenchy's there and she's like, I feel like this is an appropriate moment to bring this with us.
All right. You take the oversized wrench.
Comically oversized.
Comically
wrench.
oversized wrench. And
That lights up.
and white cigars and glasses.
I'll take my charming self. As usual, there is a knife tucked up inside my sleeve.
Okay.
But that's about it.
And so you all follow Bueller to the door.
Oh, besides the armor, of course.
Oh,
Thank you,
I
Static.
assume you're all armored all the time, unless you tell me that you're not wearing it. Like, probably in your apartment or when you go to sleep. But otherwise, like, I assume that you're always armored.
I don't wear it in the shower.
But according to some movies, this is the perfect place to get stabbed, so you should wear your armor in the shower.
It's a risk I take because I like showers.
So you move up to the door, Bueller punches in a code. The intercom next to it beeps a few times, and then a sultry voice answers. Thought you'd never show up? Yeah, I got into a bit of a problem. But I'm here, I'm in one piece. Hired a bunch of people to keep an eye on the surroundings, as it were. I gotta talk to you about something. It's very important. You wanna buzz us in? And there's silence for about a minute. And then the voice says, Everything checks out. Oh, sorry. Sultry voice. Everything checks out. Come on in. And with a buzz, the door unlocks. And as he's holding the door for all of you, Bueller turns around and says, "Alright, that's where I leave. I wish you luck. And hope to never see you again."
Agreed. Yeah, Agent. They're tracking it. It should be on us, not you.
Right. He hands it over.
Didn't you want to take the
Godspeed,
thingy
sir.
out of your eyes?
I already did that.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's how Militech figured out he went dark.
That's right, that's right. Sorry.
Yep. I popped that out in the street just for fun.
Meadows is just
Godspeed.
going to frown at everybody and say, I think that was an awfully long time to pause.
Yeah. Oh, no, this is totally a setup. Hopefully
Sure.
she'll talk, though.
Chins turns to Jinx and Reno and goes, "So, I'm gonna hide behind you."
Afraid of getting shot again?
Always!
After a while,
Although-
you stop feeling it. It's fine.
Although, theoretically, I could try and get out of the way.
Jimenez just
Stay
walks in
behind me.
front. He's just going to say, what are the odds of getting shot twice in one day?
Clearly, you haven't spent enough time with me.
Never ask about the odds. It's cursed. We are cursed.
I'm
You
gonna
cursed
say
us.
I'm gonna say it. You just jinxed it. Like,
I feel do I get points for being restrained and not saying it until you did?
yes.
Okay, good.
Now, as long as, I can fix anything but dead, just keep that in mind.
You all go in with a nod and a salute. Bueller lets the door go behind you, and he starts walking out of the courtyard and onto the street. You find yourselves in the lobby of Camden Court, a wide open space, very futuristic looking. It's all chrome. There are flashing white LEDs between each tile on the floor. Even the tiling is made to look like brushed steel. There is a circular desk at the entrance where 3 people are working behind computers. It almost looks like the lobby of a hotel, if not for the fact that high above that circular desk is another automated turret.
So, GM, I just have a small, teeny tiny, itty bitty, teeny tiny question.
Yes.
Is the sprinkler system obvious?
Nope.
Okay. Good to know.
Actually, it looks very much like anything that would detract from the sleek look that they're going for. Sleek or violent is hidden. You can see, though, in the ceiling, like, the seams of what are probably openings, like automated openings, if something happens. So there's probably,
Good.
like, sprinklers hidden in the ceiling and all that.
But just, important things to note on
The
this very shiny, very smooth, very flat surface.
the walls are lined up with framed promos of exploits by various mercenary organizations over the course of history. Victories as well as defeats. And there is a big wooden plaque set against the wall to your left when you come in that has the registry of everyone who lives there. Each one is engraved on a small like golden plate that's screwed into the wood. There are a... Well, I mean, if you look at it, 425. Yeah, there's 100 people living here. Every apartment is taken by at least one person. Of course, them being solos, they're not regular names, so it's easy enough to find Belinda, as she doesn't even have a family name, a last name. Most of them just go by handles. Someone behind one of the computers looks up to you after you've all come in and asks, "Are you here to inquire about free apartments? Apartments for rent, I should say."
No, sir. Well,
No,
actually,
we were
you're on
buzzed in
business.
by Belinda. We were just going to go visit her.
Elevators on your right.
Do you take pets by any chance as well? Just curious.
Yeah, so long as you don't let them loose in the corridors.
Just curious. Carry on.
We have a brochure.
Reno starts to walk away, like she's still not interested, but like as we all move past, she just kind of reach her arm back and just snatch.
Trin's is going to pull out, leaning over her shoulder to kind of follow along.
The slogan on it is "The future you have fought for." And there's a nice picture of a building on a waterfront with green grass. That is not at all the building that you are in at the moment. You go into the elevator and reach up to her suite. In the meantime, Black Cat is driving across the city to Camden Court. I will go back and forth between the two groups as this is happening. Because you are a few minutes behind Black Cat. So, sorry. Going up the elevator, everything is silent and awkward. You reach her suite. And here you stand, all five of you in an otherwise empty corridor. You hear the sound of televisions further down the hall. Heavy metal music playing from one of the apartments. You can barely make out the sound of classical music coming from Belinda's suite. I'm leaving it up to you as to who wants to knock or introduce themselves, or if anyone wants to do something specific.
I look over at Jimenez.
Jimenez will just knock.
You knock on the door. A face lights up on the door itself, like like an overlay over the door. This young blonde woman with a slightly upturned nose, piercing blue eyes, and a very flashy red lipstick. Is Bueller not with you?
No, he's a piss baby.
I guess he thinks he's finally made it to the point where he can send lackeys to his dirty work.
I wouldn't say a
Wait.
conversation is dirty work, unless you don't like conversation.
Oh. My conversations with Marco always end up dirty.
Oh. I don't think we got paid or briefed for that.
And the face just moves left to right on the overlay, and you see like it sort of blurs as it moves. There's 5 of you. Huh. Well, I guess there are ways to salvage the night.
Picking more?
Please come in. Make yourselves comfortable. I'll be there in a moment. And the door opens. And the apartment inside is like twice the size of yours. Except for
That's
Trins,
not
because she
hard.
knocked out a wall.
But
It's
she
not
has
hard.
to share that with Merc.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I feel like that's a big trade-off.
There is a screen that is probably 10 feet long by about 6 feet high, hooked to a wall. Flat screen, it almost looks like a window.
If it's not playing Jimenez's best, greatest hits.
Well, it is playing people wrestling.
So more Kama Sutra wrestling than professional wrestling.
Look, they're all trying to pin one another down. But yes.
Trins is going to turn to Reno and say, I think I remember this. Like, my mom used to talk about this movie, like real old movie, like classic movie, where like Dolly Parton was the madam of the whorehouse. There was this whole bit and number. I have to see if I can find it. And she'll like pull out her agent and start going through like the
Classic
music to see if
movies
she can-
from 100 years ago.
Yes, to see if she can find the soundtrack to Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. Hashtag not sponsored, but if Dolly wants to.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
We have the same birthday, so Hi, Dolly. I love you.
Other than that, there is a door to another room as you come in, almost within arm's reach of you to your left, that is currently closed. When you walk into the apartment a bit more, you notice that it is similar like yours, a big open area where the kitchen is located to the left, and then that screen in the living room would be to the right. It's almost the same floor plan as your apartments. There is a...
Just better.
Oh, yeah, just a whole lot better. Like, big leather couch. The coffee table is actually an aquarium. The kitchen has a, what's it called again? A gas stove. Top of the line fridge. The kind of smart, you even have like the smart panel on the wall to order all of your food and services without ever having to leave the comfort of your home. There are a few, again, seams in the ceiling hiding panels.
I'm more concerned with the quality of the cookware. You can have a fancy fridge and not know how to cook. What's the quality of the knives? What's the quality of the pots and pans?
Do
Do they get use, or are they just there for show?
some of them. So you rifle through.
I just whatever's easy to see.
All right. So you go into the kitchen. You start pulling the knives out of the rack just to look at the quality of the blade. Has Mr. White ever seen Damascus steel?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The wavy patterns on the blade, the wooden handles, they are very, very nice and probably very sharp. Some of them...
This looks like the model that's 2 tiers up above the ones that I purchased.
Yeah. Cookware, a few pans have been used, but it definitely looks on par with someone living by themselves. So they don't need to use everything because they don't often cook big things. Then again, it's a solo place. Solos aren't known necessarily for their cooking skills.
I'm just wondering if she eats like Reno or if she eats like, me.
Oh, you open the door to the fridge and
Yeah.
you smell fresh produce.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'll close it. And then I'll position myself defensively in the kitchen because I've got lots of places to duck. And wait.
The rest of the group, what do you do before Belinda comes out?
Friends jumps up and she's sitting cross-legged on the counter. And is still scrolling through the agent to see if she can find the album.
You
Unlike
realize
his,
not everyone appreciates that, Trends, sitting on someone's counter where they put the food.
No, the food goes there because it's the overlook. That's the work surface.
Unlike his running crew mates, Jimenez has manners and does not touch anything. He just sits there, waiting politely.
Sits
their host.
where? There are regular chairs around a round table in the kitchen. Otherwise, it's the massive couch.
Yeah,
Black leather.
He'll sit at the he will sit at the kitchen table.
All right. Jinx and Reno?
Jinx doesn't touch anything either. But she stays standing, like, she'll go near the couch, but she stays standing.
Reno's definitely gonna sit, very sprawlingly so. But I've got my eyes kind of like focused on just different parts of the room. She's still very perceptive and like aware of like the danger in her surroundings, but she'll relax. She'll be cool.
Living room or kitchen?
Living room.
All right. So as you sit
No,
down...
kitchen. She's gonna rummage for some food.
All right. So there's only Jinx that's closer to the couch. Everybody else is farther away in the kitchen. So if someone was to enter the apartment right now, the first person they would see is Jinx.
The first person they'd run into is the person with the street sweeper that will clear a hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Strategic.
Takes a few minutes, and a woman comes out of the room where the door was closed, shut a few moments ago. Same face as you saw on the overlay on the door, and you can see her in Roll20 for the players, for the viewers. Basically, yeah, this tall, like 5'8", 5'9" woman, plus whatever height her heels are at the moment. Blonde hair, blue eyes, bright red lipstick. She's wearing this sort of leather, half corset, half like one-piece swimsuit over a pair of fishnets that go all the way up to her waist. And over everything, she has this long, sort of thin plastic-looking, transparent coat with lead accents, and lights just zoom about in like a hypnotic pattern on them. And she carefully walks out of her room, measuring each step that she takes. So, what does...
Beulah said you have information to share.
I do? You are going to have to be a little more precise.
Something about the top spot in the game. Something about scouting for Militech. That whole lovely piece. The game has put forth far too many casualties of innocent bystanders. It needs to end. So I want to know how close you are to finding your unicorn.
So the little asshole ratted us out.
No, I had it figured out. He just confirmed it. Corroborating. You make it sound like it's some sort of new and fancy idea that you guys came up with for yourself. It's the same old playbook, just different trappings.
Before we go into business, I feel like you know about me, but I don't know anything about any of you, and you all seem rather very interesting people.
Oh, no. There's no way that Militech didn't actually brief you after I pulled the chip out of Beulah's eye. If so, they're hanging you out to dry, and they don't care. They don't care if you disappear.
Well, let's say for a moment that they haven't. Or let's say for a moment that the lot of you have manners. Here, I'll break the ice. You can call me Belinda.
Hi,
You
Belinda.
are?
I'm Trent. It's very nice to meet you. Are you have you ever heard of this musical called Best Little Whorehouse in Texas? I've been trying to find the album. It's got a great Dolly Parton soundtrack, and it was just kind of something that came to me with this whole thing. And she hasn't really looked up from the agent this entire time.
That's Trent's. You can call me Mr. White. Everybody else?
Reno.
Thanks.
I assume you know this gentleman. Or you don't watch the news. Or the net.
Contrary to popular belief, professional wrestling isn't exactly the most mainstream thing out there, Mr. White.
I don't know. I'm tapped in a lot of places, and I hear your name said quite often.
I have to say, I'm into another type of wrestling.
Yeah, we saw it on the big screen.
So you're a professional wrestler.
Yeah, I guess you can say that.
Could you hoist me up with those big, strong arms of yours?
I mean,
Reno
I've
is
been known.
literally dying. Just like the loudest laughter you can imagine.
I mean, I lifted Bueller earlier, so.
Oh, he certainly can. Don't let him fool you. He absolutely can. Why don't you give us a demonstration now, actually? That'd be great. Go on.
Yeah, show her how she can be a sugar plum fairy and twirl her above your head or something.
The thing in what was it? Dirty Dancing. Dirty Dancing. That's another good classic. You know, with the
That's really good. I should make. Oh, have I added that one to the playlist yet?
Honestly, I'm surprised that you know, in their more quiet times, Jimenez has probably done that with Trins.
I mean, Trins is 5'4". Next to Jimenez, she is tiny.
I'm just saying that's not something that Santino could have done.
That's something Santino even tried.
Except that, you know, right now she is heavily coming on to you, and your girlfriend is too absorbed by trying to find the soundtrack to a Dolly Parton film to do anything.
Also, but that's also because Trins. I mean, it's Trins. Does she get that?
Probably not. But Jimenez is stable in his affections, so. I mean, let's be real. Fiona's pretty hot.
Well then, now that we have gone through introductions, even for the more, and she turns to like Reno and Jinx, the more mysterious members of your crew. Who wants a drink?
I'm good.
No, I'll take one. Go on then. Go on. Go on.
Well, what do you drink, gorgeous?
Whiskey.
My favorite. And she opens up a cabinet, gets a couple of glass out, pours a shot of whiskey, a finger of whiskey, and walks up to Reno and hands it to her.
I give her a very long look of like, is this bitch about to poison me right now? And I'll drink it without breaking eye contact.
Dear, poisoning a drink is so passé.
What just happened? Okay. Still poker face. Not acknowledging that she's reading my mind somehow. It's fine. Totally losing my cool on the inside.
She turns to the rest of the group. And says, so if you have all the information that little Marco gave you, what do you need me for? Are you here to kill little old me?
Who said anything about killing?
I'm just making sure.
I offered conversation from the beginning.
That is true.
Have I lied to you yet?
No, but you would be surprised at the loose definition of what consists of a conversation in this building.
Right. Right.
What was the saying? I will answer you by the mouth of my guns?
I'm guessing that's like a solo thing, huh?
Napoleon.
Yeah.
Was it
one
Napoleon?
Of the original solos.
Isn't it the sound of my guns?
I don't know, I only know it in French.
Yeah.
You know,
Say it
the
in
original quote? Je vous répondrai par la bouche de mes canons.
Yeah, I'm
I
pretty
will,
sure
I will,
that
I
he
will
was the
respond with
original.
you from the mouth of my cannons.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that he was the original solo. Or he just wanted to be seen that way.
Well, he's dead now and we're alive. So,
I would hope so.
Gotcha, Napoleon. Haha, you're dead now.
200 years
Yes.
later.
What's
What do you want to know?
I want to know how much longer before you find what you're looking for, and we can shut this game down, so we don't have so much blood in the street of people that never intended to play. Because it's getting old.
I would love to answer that, but there are many variables. You could, however, give me a hand.
And how, pray tell?
Well, you seem like a rather intelligent, smart, and cunning crew. You want the game to end,
Yes.
and we want to find our candidate.
Yes. And most likely there are other things that want to be done, so they'll sit on the candidate for a little while. Maybe something like what they did with Spider, that dropped him down the list to kind of keep things going for a while. And it'll get annoying, and more people will die. And so not only do we have to find a candidate, but I have to find that one person that has to be convinced that turning off the game and never thinking about it again is a better option than the second one I give them.
Well, then perhaps it'll be easier than I thought to come to an agreement. Someone's been messing with the candidates.
Which one's at the top?
A little all over the list.
Hmm.
You
The ones at
see,
the top, that's
we
all your
have...
people.
Huh? Sorry, what?
The ones at the top are all your people. That's all Militech. You can actually trace the movements of it. It's there.
Oh, they are not Militech at the top. Our people are well hidden.
No, it's the people that are messing with the rankings at the top. That's all
Oh.
Militech's doing. You can follow the digital trail. They're the ones screwing with the rankings up there.
Yes. But there's a
you
reason
eliminate
for
those.
that. And
Because they don't like the candidates.
yeah. Well,
Because you haven't found one suitable.
we found multiple prospects. Unfortunately, there are external factors that keep messing with our prospects. We
Like,
see someone with a lot of promise. We think that they're going to reach the top easily enough, and then, oops, they are taken out of the game prematurely.
uh-huh.
There is a person who's been a thorn in my side.
One person?
A
'Cause
fixer.
Militech has lots of enemies.
Oh, this is really more personal than anything.
Hmm.
She's a fixer.
And
And
your point?
she's been sending players against other players, trying to sabotage the game without taking an active part in it. That ruined a lot of prospects that we had. I actually had Marco spy on her.
Hmm.
Try to find a way to, one, know what she wanted, and then take her out. But now that Marco is fled, I find myself in need of strapping young people to help me with.
Yeah, that's not a job that we do. I'm not going after someone that's trying to upend your game. I want the game gone too.
And we'll pause on that. We'll go down the street as Black Cat is driving up the road to Camden Court. Again, just like happened with the players, the rest of the group earlier, you are stopped by one of the security guard. He approaches you. Another one makes a sweep of your house. Got a reason?
Looking for a friend. I think they came to visit you.
There's a lot of people living here who do not want to be visited.
Yeah, no, I know. It's I'm coming to see my good friend Belinda. Is she here? She in?
That's strange.
What's strange?
Never mind. Move along. They open the gate.
Okay, great day to you too. Hey, have a good one. I'll head on in.
As you enter the courtyard and the parking lot, you would know this famous, well, infamous combat RV that you saw in the videos.
Can I park beside it and wait for them to come down?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So you park your house. I'll never tire of saying that. Next to the combat RV, and you wait for them. And we'll go take a short break before we head back up to Belinda's apartment, and we'll keep going from there. Stick around, everyone. We'll be back in about 5-8 minutes. Grab a drink, grab a snack, and wait with bated breath for us to come back. We'll be right back. Whoa! Wrong overlay. Hi.
Now I'm the GM. Oh,
Apparently the switch, the overlay change completely erased Reno, but she'll be back. So, the car is parked downstairs in the parking lot. Black Cat is waiting for everyone to get to exit Camden Court. Meanwhile, in Belinda's apartment, the group was talking to her about... Well, she was mostly talking to the group about what they're doing with the game. And Belinda continues saying, this particular person has been, maybe involuntarily, but sending a few prospects to their doom. We've had to delay the game because we weren't sure.
I mean, are they really prospects if they can't hang?
To many people, the goal of Last Man Standing is to come out on top. Everyone likes to be on top. But that's not how we're looking for people.
Okay.
We have algorithms, we have systems, some of which I don't really understand. We have engineers for that. They tell me when someone's a prospect. And don't get me wrong, a lot of them do get in the top 10. But sometimes one's climb to the top is halted by the intervention of a third party.
Well, that's inevitable. It's Night City. None of these people came in here clean as, just for the game. A lot of them are average Joes. Some of them have their own beef with others in the city. They'll see the game as a prime opportunity, score some points, and also take care of their own business. Heck, Militech's doing that.
We're not the only ones.
Oh, I'm sure you're not. It's great cover. But you control the game. That's the difference.
Yes. But believe me, Mr. White, when I say that we would like this game to end. The longer it takes to find our prime candidate, the bigger the losses.
So what do you need from a prime candidate? Maybe you just haven't been looking in the right places.
Well,
maybe you should start administering some standardized test or something to.
we used to do that. Our recruitment process is long and tedious, and standardized tests don't really translate well to real life or death situations.
No. But there are lots of things that you can learn from someone, depending on what situation they're in.
Yes.
You don't need a game to find out half that stuff.
Well, I think you've probably gathered right now that the game is a cover. We keep an eye out on our prospects, both in meat space and on the net. We track their movements,
otherwise your
their
algorithm would be
habits.
useless.
Yep.
So, that makes sense.
It's a lot better than standardized testing.
Yeah. But there's a lot more casualties that have nothing to do with the game.
Collateral.
And see, that's where I take issue with the game.
Then let's make sure that it ends quickly.
Okay. So help me understand what you need, so that way you can get what you need and get out of Night City.
I would need you to remove this thorn in my side.
It's just one fixer.
Yes. But she's everywhere I look. Everything I do, she gets her fingers in it. And honestly, I don't want her fingers in my pie.
Wow, that's some impressive double entendre there.
Simon, the DM, says thank you.
Oh,
Get her to
I was
stop.
just trying to figure out what kind of pie you make with the ingredients you have in your fridge.
I don't know. What's your favorite?
Key lime.
Well,
I'm sorry, you said feline? Feline?
Key lime.
Oh, right.
I would not
right.
touch Dutch.
Totally different time. Totally
Yes,
different.
yes.
well, maybe you do this for me, and when the game is over, I can treat you to some key lime pie, Mr. White.
Ooh, I bet her pie is just delicious.
Is just trying not to laugh. But
Oh, it's just like staring
late,
at her, shaking
and
his
he's
head. So you want this fixer taken out, and somehow that's going to miraculously make your people in the top 10 be a better prospect.
Oh, no.
It's a non sequitur.
It's just going to ensure that it eliminates a factor that's been, let's say, screwing around with the algorithm.
Do you know what the fixer wants?
I think they're trying to sabotage the game.
Ah. Do you know why they would sabotage the game?
Unfortunately not.
See, now that is the key to removing the thorn from your side. Squashing a symptom rarely gets rid of the root cause. It simply makes you feel better for a little bit, till it comes back. And this time it's festered. This time it's turned that pretty skin of yours yellow and green, oozing with pus.
Please stop using the P word.
Point is, if you haven't actually done your homework to know why this person is messing with you, why the heck do I care about them messing with you? Because it doesn't further my agenda.
Well, I figured that if you were to get rid of this problem for me, you would do said homework, and you would find out why. And then use that as a reason, or, you could not do your homework and just talk to her through the mouth of your cannons.
I don't know what's up with Bueller, but he gave you a lot more credit for being calculating and ruthless and strategic, and I'm failing to see it. Either you're playing dumb with me, which is insulting, or you're more convincing than you are shrewd.
Or you're just not grasping the big picture, Mr. White.
Then enlighten me. Because to me, squashing a fixer that's simply gumming up the gears doesn't fix the problem. A fixer doesn't do that out of spite. A fixer does that for a reason. They're not going to ruin their reputation over some game. The game is causing problems for them that they're trying to eliminate. So you eliminate their problems, and then you don't have a fixer in your problem or in your gears anymore. I've worked with a lot of fixers. They don't do this stuff for fun.
Oh, no, there's got to be a reason, but you are not a Militech agent, nor are you a subcontractor. I am in no obligation to explain the finer details of Last Man Standing with you.
You're right. But if you're trying to contract me to do some work for you, these are my terms. I don't do work that doesn't make sense.
I'm pretty sure she just said that we wouldn't even be having an official contract. So there isn't even a promise of a payoff for us to doing this anyway.
Oh,
I think
know.
we're just wasting our time and should, probably find another way to end this game.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know how smart she can really be. Her garbage disposal is clogged. It's also starting to smell.
Did you look, Trent, in the garbage disposal?
Yes.
There is a hand.
I mean, if you're attempting to dispose of a body, don't put it down your garbage disposal. You're just gonna wreck up the blades. It doesn't like it. It's not strong enough to do that. It's why you don't put meat and bones down your garbage disposal. Honestly.
You mean the body chute?
No, that's a garbage disposal. The body chute would be bigger and would actually have,
Probably
blades
furnace.
designed for it.
She just
Fire works
smiles.
better.
Friends,
really,
bodies
you
can
should
fit
use-
almost anywhere if you just chop them up very, very small.
She didn't do that. This is a perfectly good garbage disposal, and she's not treating it with respect. It would last her a
It's-
really long time, but no.
I'm gonna stop. I don't normally do that. Stop the improv for a moment. It is not a regular garbage disposal that she has.
Trins is pretty aware of that, and she's still bitching about it. But she's
Did you
also
ever find that album that you were looking for?
Oh, yes. See, actually here. And she's going to turn and press play for the for Dolly Parton's Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. Specifically, it's an itty bitty old country place is the name of the song, introduces the whorehouse to everyone. And at the same time, as she turns to do so, she uses that motion to take a picture of the fingertips of the hand in the garbage disposal. And she just lets it blast out.
Now, unless you wanted to help me, I don't see why I should continue this conversation with the lot of you. A favor for a favor, isn't that how you work? Ah, you're muted, Chris.
Not exactly, but close enough. It's just not a favor I'm interested in. Plus, you've made it very clear that you have no intention whatsoever to give me what I'm looking for. It's just been entertaining.
You find this entertaining?
Oh, yeah. People are menace. They come in all shapes and sizes. They tell you everything you need to know, with everything they try to hide, with everything that they let slip on purpose, with everything they bait you with every little micro gesture. It's all a game. And that is the greatest puzzle there ever could be. People. Very entertaining.
I might steal this quote.
Feel free.
Well then,
Somehow I don't think it'll sound the same coming from you.
Yeah, I'd give her credit. She's got a way with her enunciation.
And she motions to the door.
Fair enough.
Mind if I grab a piece of fruit on my way out?
I guess this is not something you're accustomed to. Sure, take your favorite. Just not the poisoned one.
You will take an orange, just to spite her.
And the
Gotta
five
fight
of
that
you.
scurvy.
And so the five of you leave her apartment.
Oh yeah.
I gotta say, White, that was kind of a letdown after my show.
Yeah, it was. But killing her isn't going to get us anything. Torturing her isn't going to get us anything. She'd actually enjoy it.
Honestly, I think we probably wouldn't have gotten out of there unscathed if we picked a fight.
Oh no, she's tough. Plus, we'd probably be picking a fight with the whole complex. Not worth it.
Well, that's enough
I
excitement
think-
for one night.
Possibly. I would say, however, I'm very intrigued who she put down her body shoot, and she kind of shows the picture of the hand.
Well, see what you can do about that. It would be interesting to know. But I'm more interested in who this fixer is that's coming up the works. Because they sound like a very, very fun person to know. And much more our speed.
Enemy of our enemy is our friend thing.
Yeah. But if this person is everything that Belinda makes her out to be, she's probably someone that we'd actually want to be friends with. Just saying.
I'll assume
The
this
elevator
conversation
music
takes place in
sucks.
the elevator.
The
Yeah, as
elevator
they're going
music
down the hill.
sucks.
All right.
And when you exit the building, unless Black Cat, do you try to hide in your car, or you're just waiting for them casually?
Just waiting for them casually.
Okay. So you would see that someone is conspicuously parked next to the RV, but still sitting at the
that's-
wheel.
Person not important. Trin's car. There's a car next to her that wasn't there.
Yes, let's describe the car of someone who has how many Eurobucks to her name?
130?
So there's this lemon.
Oh, you gave Trin's a lemon. She is.
It's probably wait, I think I have a picture.
Are you just gonna Google, like, crap car? Put it up?
No, it's an actual car from Cyberpunk, right?
Oh no.
Here, I'm gonna put it in the Twitch chat, and I'm gonna put it in our Zoom chat. There you go.
Okay.
Wow, how do you live in
That's
that?
It's an Archer.
It's an Archer. Trin's is beelining next to the car, ignoring the person, and looking it over, going, "Oh, I can fix it. We have to fix those rims. God, those rims are. Oh, no, you can't do that to your brakes. You have to replace your brakes like periodically. When was the last time you changed the oil on this thing? And did you actually see that you're starting to get that line where you're getting that snow rust line? Well, it's not really snow. It's because of all the red, but you got to make sure you reinforce the plating periodically.
Do you, like, get paid by the word like Charles Dickens, or do you, like, hear half of what you're saying when you talk?
No, I just talk like this all the time. Hi, I'm
Okay.
Trin. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, that's great. I'm Kat. Nice to meet you too. Were you all just up there seeing Belinda by any chance?
That's them. I'm about the car.
Oh, okay, fine. Go ahead.
Do you have any visible cyberware?
Do I have any visible cyberware?
I mean, you have cat eyes.
I do. Okay.
Yeah, but that's just kind of fashion, not really.
Yeah, no, but you would see that it's not. They are not contact lenses.
Yeah.
Oh, no, her arm. Which arm was it?
It was my right arm. I'm wearing a jacket though, so I don't know if it would be visible.
Are you wearing gloves? Oh, it doesn't matter. Your hand is the
I've
same.
got
So.
the scratchers.
Oh,
I don't
scratchers, they come
that-
out when you
Oh,
need them
okay,
to
hold
come
on.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Then no, she's
So-
all about your car.
Yeah.
Sure. Is there a menace among this group here? Okay, we are looking for an menace.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, that is you. Hey, that's you. I found you on the web, and I came here because they told me that you were all going to see Belinda, who is an old dear friend of mine. I was just wondering if maybe we have similar business with the, what you were talking with her about. Maybe we could swap notes.
Who's they?
They?
Yeah, you said
You?
they who told you about.
Oh, you know, they, them, people. I love people. Don't you love people? You look like a guy who loves people.
People are interesting. I don't
People
know
are
if I would
great.
say I love them.
So, Belinda, then.
Yeah, she's out to kill some fixer. I
Oh,
don't know what
yeah.
that's all about.
Great, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you guys happen to know somebody named Marco Bueller by any chance?
I'm supposed to say no.
Oh, you're supposed to say no. Well, what are you going to say? Because it
I'm going to
seems
say
like
he had a head start, so if you have any business with him, you better kind of go look for him somewhere.
that's unfortunate. It seems you didn't. If he's still walking, then
Well, yeah.
okay, then that means you didn't finish with the business it was that you had with him, which was what
No.
exactly?
We finished the business,
Oh,
and that's why he's still walking.
and Belinda, she didn't kill him for.
He didn't have the resolve to go to the apartment. He decided he wanted to start walking sooner.
Okay, that makes sense. I see. Okay.
And I just hope that he takes the advice he was given and he actually leaves and he doesn't try to finish off that fixer that Belinda wanted him to kill.
Oh yeah, that would be unfortunate. Belinda wants you to get her. So she said that. That's exactly.
Yeah, someone that's a pain in the side, that keeps gumming up all the works, that has ruined multiple prospects from the game.
And what are your feelings on the game then? It's a pretty popular sort of entertainment.
Entertainment? Have you
Sure.
seen the collateral damage? Have you seen the number of lives ruined that aren't even playing the game? There's no entertainment in that. If there is, you're sick.
Not a fan of the game, then I take it.
No.
Then it seems we're on the same page. Hi, my name is Kit, like Kit. I'm the fixer who is the thorn in Belinda's side, as she
Ah.
puts it. Yeah. I think you and I could work together, really make something work here. You and this crew you've got.
That would be quite fruitful. What do you guys say?
I say this is probably not the place to discuss such matters.
Yeah. There's a lot
These
of
are
ongoing-
solos. They never come out of their apartments. These people are home police. If any
Yeah.
place is a good place to talk about it, it's right here, outside.
In front of these turrets.
Yeah, okay.
And, like-
Where would you recommend?
Trin's kind of pulls herself from half underneath your car. She's like, also, the concern about the drones and the videotapes and the audio is kind of pretty top notch. I wouldn't be talking this loud near them.
That's okay. I can probably get somebody to take those down. It's not a big deal.
I,
like
I'm
your
gonna
style.
guess that Trends is not gonna stop working on your car here.
No, I'm
I'm
just
kind
getting
of
it street worthy. It's just getting it street worthy. Then we're getting rid of this. We gotta go because we're not staying here.
Yeah, it's street worthy. I drove it, yeah.
Anyways,
one of the
she
rim
would
falls
probably.
down.
It's fine. It'll go. It'll go.
It's fine.
stick
She's
it
got a
back on with some glue.
garage. Well, let's go back to the garage, and she can work on it there while the adults talk.
I mean, I have some glue in the trunk. I think that'll work just fine.
Yeah, I wish you hadn't said that.
Just holding trends up. Just it's all right. It's all right. Just
She didn't mean it, Trins. I promise.
take it easy.
Sure.
I was gonna be
I
nice
like what
and
you
read
did with
it.
the duct tape, by the way. That's,
The duct tape. That's a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of matches the paint job, sort of.
You've got a good eye. I like that.
So, why don't you guys head on back, and I'll give our new friend the directions.
Sure.
There's room in there for more than one?
I mean, you gotta like move everything to the back, but other than that, should be fine.
Alright.
Just shove it. It's fine. It won't break more.
Wish me luck.
Okay. It will get you to the garage. You run over any speed bumps. I cannot guarantee that your front axle will remain intact. Duct tape does not fix bad welding.
Come on, let's just go already.
Fine. And she gets in the RV.
Does she always talk like this to people, or am I special somehow?
no,
Okay.
no.
This is normal trends.
Okay. Well, I'll drive. You give me directions, and we'll follow the car to wherever it is that you guys are going.
Yeah, no problem. I'll hop in. And,
All right.
Away we go.
You make your way towards the apartment, your apartment. And I would like everyone, please, to make an awareness roll. I mean perception. I swear one day I'll get it right. And then once I get it right, I'll switch to a different game and it'll go out the window again.
15.
Alright, I got a 15, 15, 18. Well, Jimenez is looking at his shoes.
13.
13, 13. So that would be... Mr. White, Jinx, Black Cat, and Reno. About a couple blocks after you've left Camden Court, you notice that what seemed at first glance to be birds flying in the sky are actually two small drones following both your cars.
Did you know people? You want to take those drones off our trail?
Oh, I assume they were friends of yours. With how
No.
close they're following. Yeah, I can try and take a shot. Can I try and take a shot?
I just thought you knew somebody that could hack them or something, but sure.
Oh,
Or we could.
right off the top while I'm driving. I mean, I could certainly
No,
try.
I mean driving is probably
Is that
more
something-
important so you don't lose that front axle.
Nah, you'll be fine. Hold the wheel.
I hold the wheel.
I would like to try and either take a shot at them, or I don't know if that's something that can be done with the agent to try and contact someone.
Oh, like if you want to
Take them
contact
out?
someone with your agent, you can do so while you're driving, because it's all mental. You still have your Chiron and everything,
okay.
right? Did you
Yes.
take the... Okay, so if you have the Chiron and everything that we had on your sheet, like, you can just text and drive. It's a thing in the future.
Oh, okay. Oh, excellent.
So, and if you want to, yeah, if you wanted to take a shot at a flying drone, yes, someone would have to take the wheels. Because your car is not connected straight to your brain.
No, of course not.
Um,
Have you seen it?
I mean,
It's a bit low.
To fix that for you, it would take some time. I think, but Jinx and Reno see it as well.
Yes. Jinx, Reno, Black Cat, and White. It was 15 and above. 15 and above saw it.
We
So
were
We
in
have
the
that
front of
big
the
old-
RV. It's fine.
Yeah, we have a big old turret gun for a reason.
Oh, okay.
But if you want to shoot it, go right ahead. There are two.
I don't know the range on my weapon is the problem.
it would be limit for a pistol. But if you wanted to call
Okay,
someone,
well then.
you could definitely, with your rank in as a fixer, you could oh wow, you don't even need to make a roll. Yes, you know people. You know of a
Okay.
few gangers who would be able to shoot them should you drive through like a specific street. They'll just position themselves, wait for you to go, and snipe the drones down.
Okay.
However,
I'd like to do that then.
However, as with everything with contacts and clients, it's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you $100.
That's fine.
All right. So you transfer the money and you give the directions to Trins. So who's in whose car right now? Or is the Archer just hitched to the RV?
White is with Cat.
Oh, okay. So you give directions
We're
to
driving.
Trins. Your small convoy heads into a less busy street, like not one of the main arteries of Night City, and you just hear in the distance a and the drones are no more. You were maybe a quarter of the way to the apartment when that happened, when you got rid of them.
Not jealous,
So-
not going to be jealous, not going to be jealous, not going to be jealous. I could do that. I could do that, like, with one eye closed, probably. Just needed to
Totally.
give her a chance, you know?
I don't think she shot him though.
No, she had people come in.
Oh, people come in? Oh, well then it's fine, it's fine. I didn't say anything.
And I'm saying that because Jinx is watching like how the shots came in, if that's okay.
So anyone who might have been spying on you using these drones would know that you were heading to the southern part of Night City, but they wouldn't know where. Like, they can at least avoid, like, they'd still have to canvass half of the city to try to find you. And you drive back to the underground parking garage of your apartment, roughly 20 minutes later. What do y'all do?
So why does she want you dead?
Because I'm trying to shut down the game. It's lucrative for her, but it's the opposite for me. It's taking out all my best clients. They're all idiots trying to participate in this stupid battle royale or whatever it is. Leather game that you got going on. I hate it. It's draining money out of my bank account. I want it to stop. The end. What about you? Why is it what's in it for you to stop this game? You look like somebody who could probably get ahead in it.
I'm tired of cleaning up the dead bodies on the street or taking the wounded to the hospital.
Okay, that makes sense.
Plus, one of their players decided to bomb one of my colleagues.
Oh,
I don't think that was the intent, but the timer was up when my colleagues showed up to help them, and it went off.
collateral damage. They just don't care. As long as that gets them higher on the rankings, they don't care. It's taken
Well,
out.
that person didn't get higher on the rankings. It was the bomb was in his skull. So, I don't know who sent who where, but it's getting out of hand. Not all the deaths that are happening have anything to do with the game. A lot of people are using the game as cover to kill off their enemies, and it is despicable.
That's one word for it. We'll rejoin with the rest of the crew.
Mhm. I'm assuming this is in the garage.
This is in the garage, yes. You can easily all be together in within the span of a few seconds.
And it's, the chairs, that's kind of turned into this quasi lounge area. The lights are strung. It looks really nice. And then there's, a combat RV and a half ripped apart SUV and a couple other pieces in various states of repair.
I'll pull the signal gem out of my pocket and put it on the roof of the Archer and turn it on.
Jimenez is going to hang up his garment bags from earlier on the hook somewhere in the workshop, and we'll probably forget about it.
By the way, Black Cat, the moment that White turns on the signal jammer, your Chiron and your agent just lose signal.
I don't
Disconcerting.
don't wish to alarm you. I just don't like people spying on us.
Yeah, but you have to. Is that necessary? Do you think there's somebody actively spying on you?
There's always somebody actively spying. I mean, in your line of work, isn't there always somebody trying to get a leg up by learning something about you don't want them to know?
Sure, but that's how I get all my information too. Fair game.
And there's a time and a place for everything. I'm just trying to teach them that this is not the time or place.
Okay, your house, your rules.
So you were saying that you have a plan to stop the game?
No, I'm just one person. Well, one person and then a network of connections. But I don't have a plan. I was hoping you had a plan that I could, perchance, help you with. We could help each other out. You could use my resources. You could help me with taking out the game, stopping it, as it were. I was kind of hoping you had a plan. Planning is not my strong suit.
So what do we learn, folks? Belinda thinks that you have a plan to make her
Later.
life hard because you keep taking out the best prospects before they can reach their potential. Whatever that means.
What else did she tell you?
Not a whole lot about you. Not a whole lot about other things. It was more about what she didn't say. She corroborated a lot of what Bueller told us.
And what did Beulah tell you?
Oh, it's run by Militech to create some sort of super soldier to help them against... Oh, what's the name of the ghost from the past that supposedly Arasaka has?
Atom Smasher.
Ah, yes, Atom Smasher. So, the whole thing is a ploy for that. They also used him as a hitman to take out a bunch of other people they didn't want around anymore while everything was going on and all their chaos. They stole the program from some mid-level to low-level programmer who now is kind of, I guess, bitter that his social dating app or whatever got turned into a killing machine.
Sounds to me like Belinda was just wasting your time in an effort to keep you off the trail.
Oh, yes, I'm totally sure of that. She wasn't going to tell us anything. And she was the kind that seemed to enjoy torture. So I wasn't going to give her the pleasure.
Well, we each like our own particular things, but no, I've not been killing anybody of my own accord. If anything, it's only because I was being paid by someone else to do it. That was not me. She can't blame me for that. She can trace that to me, or I guess she did. But
supposedly you were the one pulling all the strings to get these people taken out, whether you knew that they were important or not. You were the mastermind behind it, which I didn't believe for a second, because that's not how fixers run. They don't do things just because they can. They have clients, like you just talked about.
yeah, exactly.
So,
Everything I did was in an effort to shut this game
did
down.
you find any allies toward that cause?
I mean, a few, yeah. But nobody with as much pull and success as you, it would seem. Your little group, yeah.
I don't feel like we've had much success at all. What about you guys? You feel like we've actually done anything to stop this game yet?
I mean, at least Bueller isn't there anymore, but
Yeah, I mean, he's out of the loop, but that doesn't stop the game. That keeps people like a friend who is recovering from collateral damage from getting shot by Beulah. When Beulah decides to go and take out someone, sure. But I don't know that we're any closer to stopping the game. They keep toying with everyone at the top and finding them not good enough. All the information we got says Belinda's the one that makes that decision. She blamed programmers that have some sort of like algorithm that calculates and tells her what to do. Nobody tells Belinda what to do except for somebody that might scare her. But no programmer tells her what to do. That was laughable.
so we have to go higher than her? Or?
I just don't know who that person is. And I don't know. I don't know which connection we reach out to try and find that person. But I'm not really looking to try and get in the pocket of a corporation in order to be able to stop another corporation. It never bodes well. We end up getting paid very little for our work.
So really, at what point do we just have to decide to start playing this game ourselves and win it?
You want to get involved in the game yourself?
Well, not me personally. I can't even shoot a gun.
We were thinking about it.
Capable.
Yeah, but it's 72 hours of death.
That's it?
I've been through worse.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying that you can't do it. What I'm saying is, why are we going to contribute to more death?
I mean, people are going to die anyways if we just continue to spin our wheels and try to find an alternate means of ending the game.
Well, you've been trying to take this down or doing something about it from the outside, yeah?
And from the
Have
inside.
you tried it? Oh, you've tried it from the inside, but have you ever tried it from the inside with connections?
No.
Well, there may be a way to circumvent that 72-hour waiting period to win the game.
Is there somebody at the top
Keep
that you're
talking.
connected with?
Well, I might know somebody. It's a rumor, so I'd have to investigate into it further. But there may be a way that we could get inside and destroy it that way by cheating. You know, just a little bit of cheating. You're not opposed to a little bit of cheating, are you?
You don't need to convince us. We love cheating here. We love it.
Oh, great. People after my own heart.
I mean, we could always just have Flank run somebody up the rankings.
Good.
Pretty easily, actually.
He actually built the program and hacks it regularly. But that's going to be suspicious as all get out. So what do you have in mind?
Well, I'd have to check a few things, but maybe if your person and I were to work together, we could make it look a little less suspicious. You know, a little bit of cheating here, a little bit of cheating there. Sort of a trade-off of sorts.
Okay.
First, you'd have to get in contact with your person. You'd have to get me in contact with your person. And then I could get in contact with my people, and then we could all
Well, let's go
converge.
upstairs then.
Okay.
Why do you need to know who our person is if you're just going to contact your person and have them come here so everybody's here?
Oh no, I'm saying that I need to know your person before I contact my people. That's the way it works.
Why?
The person is Edward Flank, the man who made the program to begin with.
Okay, but I don't have his contact information.
No.
I'm a bit hesitant to do that since the last time we met with him, Militech sent a convoy to.
They shot an RPG at my boyfriend. It was kind of not cool.
You'll find out,
Also,
right? Which one of these is your boyfriend?
that one.
I point at
Okay.
White. I point at White.
And Trins points at Jimenez.
Oh, you're both all right though, yeah? Cute little polycule you've got, yeah.
Huh? Oh no, he's dating a doctor. Very nice one.
And what?
You're dating a doctor. I met the doctor. She's really nice.
Okay.
We've
gone
had
to dinner
conversations, by the way.
And had conversations. Yes, we've had conversations. Very
No,
professional.
no, no. I and her have had conversations.
Oh Lord.
There we go.
They're
Good.
very.
Well, look, if you don't want to contact your guy, then there are other ways. But I assume that your man who is up in the ranks of whatever it is he's up in the ranks of, he would have a lot of money to spare. And my
No.
guy, unfortunately, requires money in order to do his thing. So
No, our guy has no money.
he has
He
no
made
money.
it. He made it. He got kicked out, and they turned it into this. His intent, it was supposed to be some sort of like social media hookup app, where you found someone and went finger guns. Ah. Yeah. I know. Sounds that dumb. It is that dumb. Anyway, the point is, he got fired and silenced, and they've tried to kill him multiple times.
Okay, well, that doesn't help us at all.
He's in the system and he knows how it works, and he actually manipulates the rankings.
Sure, but you understand that the way a fixer works is that I need money in order to make things happen.
Uh-huh.
Okay. If your guy has no money, then he is of no use to us. I mean, he might be of use to us, but right now what we need is money for my guy.
We have money.
You've got
Uh-huh.
money?
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe
I'm
we
not
just
worried
got to
about the
pick up
money.
another job. So raise a little more money.
It's possible.
What does your guy do?
Well, it's possible that he could get some sort of we could establish a security perimeter around the contestant for 72 hours, make sure nothing happens to them.
Give me a quote.
You'd have to call him to
I
know
that's the
that.
call.
That's
I
fine.
can make the call,
I'll
but
turn off
you'd
the-
have to turn off the
I flip it off and say, okay.
Thank you. Whew. It's like a breath of fresh air. I don't like being away from my electronics that long.
So there's a few contacts that you have, because again, like I told you earlier, it's mostly rumors. But there's enough of them. There's enough buzz around that there's a nugget of truth in there, for sure.
Okay.
So perhaps the person with the answer is not 100% certain, but it's preferable than nothing. So if you wanted to check for the circumventing the timer thing, that would be with what's his name? Dax, the Netrunner.
Okay. I'd like to follow up with Dax to ask him about circumventing the timer.
All right.
Get an estimate for that. Might have to take another job.
You call Dax, and he picks up rather quickly. Says, Black Cat.
X, my main man. How are you doing today?
Oh, not bad. Not bad. Watching the feed mostly. It's a quiet day today. I was hoping it would stay that way, but I guess you have something to ask me.
A quiet day is a boring day, Dax. I do have something to ask you. I heard a rumor that there was some way to circumvent the 72-hour waiting period on this man kills man game that they've got going on here.
Oh,
You know anything about that?
God, don't tell me you've gotten yourself into the game.
No, absolutely not. I'm too pretty to participate in something, but I might lose something.
Of course, you can't fire a gun for shit.
There's no need to go into that. I didn't come here to be insulted. You gotta give me the information or not.
Well, there are ways. I've heard rumors on the net. People trying to troll the game. People trying to find out why some of the top contestants aren't winning when they should be winning, and they're switching position. Rumors on the BBSs all point to Militech doing something, but even if they were to have a hand in this, they need something to run. They need a program to do that. There's no manual recount. That's impossible. So I did some thinking on my own, but I'm not gonna go into more details before I know. How badly do you want it?
Yeah, right, of course. What's your price? Go ahead.
Oh, I can name anything I want.
Well, you can't name anything, clearly.
But anything within reason.
Dix, you know me, you love me. Come on. Give me the mate's rates, my man.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Did it pop up?
It was thinking about it for a second. Okay. Persuasion.
Oh. Wow. All right. He says, tell you what. I'll tell you. But the next 2 times you have need for a Netrunner, you go straight to me.
Of
Nobody
course.
else.
Who else would I go to? You're my main man.
All right. The timer is connected to an internal centralized system that Militech uses. Synchronize all their agents around the world. We could just spoof, or someone, I guess probably me, could spoof the connection. Not shut it down, but redirect it to another fake timer that I could program, have it set at the time that I want. The thing is, however, is if a human was to actually look into it, they would find you out. So you'd need to be very, very near. Because I'm assuming you want to win.
I mean, it's, yeah.
Then you'd
I
have to
guess.
be very close to the prize.
And what? Where would I go to be close to the prize? Then.
I don't fucking know where the prize is, cat.
Well, that's not helpful, Dax. You can't see. You got to go to be close to this thing, and I don't know where it is. You could be anywhere in the world. Just be everywhere in the world at once, Dax. Can you look into it? Can you find it out for me and get back to me?
I'll try to look it up, but I'm not one to look for people. You're the people person.
Okay, fine. I'll look it up then. Jeez.
Yeah. Anyway, all I'm saying is
Make me do my fucking job.
you're gonna have to be very close to it, because it's not gonna take long for them to realize that someone just won the game.
Okay, so you're recommending that we don't start this spoofed timer until we are very close to whatever it is that we are trying to get to. Yeah?
Exactly.
Okay.
So you're saying we? I bet you have a crew assembled.
I have friends, Dax!
Okay.
Is it so strange for me to have friends?
Yes.
You're my friend, Dax. Oh, come on. Come on, man. This is fucking bullshit.
I am your friend so long as you contribute to my retirement fund, cat.
Yeah. And how much are you wanting me to contribute to your retirement fund for this spoofing situation that you're going on here?
Well, you gave me the next 2 jobs, so that's a little bit of job security for the next couple of weeks. There's this cyber deck I've been meaning to get.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet thing. Powerful. Fast. Sleek as hell. It would actually enhance my my abilities. Make me a better net runner. Would kind of be nice to have, you know. Then I could take on bigger jobs. You know, I could be more indispensable.
For me, of course.
Oh, yeah, sure, for you or anyone else who would hire me. Look, the DM is trying to buy time as he scrolls through the book to find where the freaking cyber decks are. No, it's... Gosh darn it, where are they? Cyber deck.
I would say Fairlight Excalibur, but that's a different game.
Yeah, that's the one I had in mind too.
It's somewhere after page 192, I think. That's the net running chapter with all the
Yeah.
programs in it.
So the basic one, the basic one is on 353, but
Okay.
there it is. Okay. So it's a kind of a newer model, came recommended by Netwatch. It's on sale right now. It goes for 1,200 euro bucks.
Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
Look, I'm just saying, you want me to hack into the main... Well, no. A subsystem of Militech, or wherever their game is hosted, and to reroute everything to a dummy program. I'm putting my ass on the line for you, cat.
Yeah, you're the best. If you weren't the best, I wouldn't deal with you. You know that, man. You know that. Okay, I'll put you that cyber deck.
800, and we'll give him the IP that he needs to hack.
Oh, there you go. 800. How about that? And the IP.
That way you don't have to do the extra work.
Alright. Sure. Transfer me 800. Here's the account number. And he texts you an account number.
You're a good man, Dax.
Yeah. Generous and all that.
100.
Yeah, you're a gift Pokemon.
Have your friend or whatever voice is out there send me the IP.
It's my friend. I told you I have friends. Okay, we'll send you the IP then.
All right. Then let me know when you're ready to win. Wow, I just
All right,
thought
then.
about it. You paid me to win an online game. This has literally become pay to win.
Yeah, and fucking microtransactions. Hate them, but sometimes it's all you can do.
Oh, hey, speaking of microtransaction, Kat, I got this new jacket if you're interested. It's $500.
Oh my god, send me a
Or
picture.
you can get the jacket and the hat for $750.
Oh Christ. You know I don't wear hats. I've got good hair. But send me a picture of the jacket. Alright, talk to you
I'm
later,
kidding.
Dex.
It was a joke regarding skins. Custom skins. But yeah, so remember, you have anything coming up, it goes through me.
Right, okay. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Dex.
And he hangs up.
He's a nice fellow.
He's a great guy. Fucking hate him. 800 boxes, he said.
Yeah, I already sent it.
Oh. Fucking loaded, man.
No. But that's the cost of doing business. And then here, he actually hands you cash, $100 for whatever it was that you did earlier. I saw you transferring money.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, man. So then, gonna have to figure out what this is. Have to see the call about this one. I'll figure that out. You go ahead on your business, and I'll try and look through my contacts and see what I can do.
I text
Okay.
Flank and say, we're going to need to know where the IP of the supercomputer that Militech's using to run the game. Basically, the program he keeps dancing with.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's easy enough for him to. I mean, he has access to it,
Mm-hmm.
so he just
Yeah.
gives you the IP address for that computer.
And I passed that along to Kat. So you can share that with Dex whenever you feel like it.
Right, I will send
Make
it
him
along
sweat.
to Dax.
All right. So Dax only needs your signal to turn it on. Mechanically speaking, what's gonna happen is he will put it down to 1 minute. So that way, if there's anything like last minute as you fetch the prize or whatever, like you have time to react. But no one, literally no one, should be able to act fast enough at Militech to realize that. Because he's also going to protect this fake counter timer. So that, you know, their netrunners are going to have to take more than a minute to go through all the firewalls and the protection. The ice.
Well, that's good news. Jinx, do you think contacts that you have can search outside the city limits to find wherever this location is that Flank told us about?
Yep.
All right, let's figure it out using the different clues that he's picked up on and the other things that we found. Who's going to be the winner? I look over at Reno and Jinx. Who wants the bullseye? Who wants to kill anyone that looks twice at the bullseye?
I'll shoot
Take
him.
him then. No,
I want to shoot. You
but
can
I
win.
want to shoot.
Okay, we'll both shoot.
I mean, when you have a bullseye on your back, you're allowed to shoot still, but one of you will be covering the other one.
Fine.
Which one has the bigger, longer rifle with the better scope? Trin says from underneath.
That's not very fair. She's got a setup. She can't really move. She's got to, pick a target from a long distance. Me, I'm gonna start unloading rifles and get the slicer on my hands. And
Putting the guns down and
it's just a slow 5 minutes of we're both just pulling out weaponry.
So I guess the question is are we flushing people to a sniper that will kill them before they get to her? And we're going to make sure that they can't sneak around because we'll flush them out of the hiding spaces with people like Reno and whoever you know.
Yeah, I got
and a big combat plow. Or are we going to do it somewhere a little less, a little more approachable and let Reno destroy whoever comes in close and we support her melee where it needs to be and externally to make sure that only a couple slip through just so she doesn't get bored.
How about we find out where this place is?
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll plan around the place, because, if it's inside a building with walls, my sniper rifle ain't gonna do shit.
Well, no, here's the thing. You can't go for the prize until your time has run out. Then you have to leave the city limits. Remember, this is what Flank told us. They put it outside the city limits because that's when the game ends, is if once you exit the city limits. So your timer has to run out. Then you can cross city limits and head for the prize. And you're actually given the location as soon as you win. Hopefully this spoof timer will still trigger that location because that will make it look legit on Militech's side. If not, we find it in advance so that way we have a backup plan to get there anyway and try and spoof whatever's there.
I can't promise anything, but Dex has never let me down so far, so...
Oh, that's fine. I'm not worried about your guy. I'm worried about all the other variables. You seem to understand him well enough to know what he's capable of, and you don't look like the type of person that would overpromise and underdeliver.
Of course not. I look trustworthy. Yeah?
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
I like her.
Menace just coughs and looks in another direction.
X, what am I missing?
I thought I was just a pretty face here.
Well, you are a pretty face. You are the prettiest of faces.
Thanks,
but you've been my foil on all these kinds of things to make sure that I don't get stuck in my head.
No, I just think we have to execute.
Fair enough.
Might need to call in a favor from someone.
What favors are you thinking?
Well, you can never have too many hired guns for this kind of case, and someone who owes us.
But remember, you'll only have to defend the winner for 1 minute.
If they rise that fast and then it drops down to 1 minute, aren't they going to call shenanigans and basically shut the whole thing down?
Well, that's why...
they don't have to legitimately get to the top 5 first?
The way Dax was explaining it, if you are close to where you need to go if you win, which we know is outside of city limit, but we don't know exactly where.
Correct.
So long as you can get there very quickly, they won't have time to pull the plug on anything. That's what the rumors want. And that's what Dax believes.
Well, we'll verify that with Flank and get Flank prepping a chip that we'll put inside whoever's going to choose to be at the top, because he's got that
Yeah, the cheat, the
prosthetic.
yeah.
I mean,
just start-
technically, I can move fast too, if I need to.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That you can.
probably be the winner then. That'd be best because I can move.
You can move, but you can also move and take someone with you.
Oh yeah. Just gonna have to hold on tight, but
It's always better to have backup. Just saying. You two look kind of comfortable in that flying car, so even when it did fall apart.
that was fun.
Bonnie and Clyde can ride again.
Trins pulls herself out halfway out from under the car. Oh, speaking of, I figured out how to link the thing with the thing and do the thing. So you should be able to, if I get like 24 hours and possibly a whole lot of jolt. Might be able to rig the bike to your cybernetics so you can just call it.
Okay, that would be cool. Also.
You turn it into like Knight Rider or something?
Yeah, wouldn't it be great?
Oh, good. Just needs a really smart alecky AI to complete the whole deal.
I don't want that voice though.
Where's control
I'll
when you
take
need
the
it?
voice.
What kind of voice do you want? Because I can change the voice however you want. Like I've got Benedict,
Ah.
but that's mine, and you can have whatever one you
No,
want.
no, no. I have Mellow. She pulls up her agent, and like, there's a little anime girl in a maid outfit that pops up. Her name's Mellow. I'm like,
Okay, I can link that
her
to the.
voice.
Okay, I'm gonna need to sit there with that. That's gonna take some time.
We'll take care of it.
So you said you could provide security.
Yes. How much you need? What kind?
Give me quotes.
I will get you quotes as soon as I figure out what kind of security and how much you want. I can't just pull quotes out of my
Oh,
arse.
it's available. Because some of them
Okay,
are going to be
I
playing
will
the
let you know
game.
then.
Some of them don't care. It's got to be people outside the game that want to see the game end. If anybody's got a stake in the game, they're going to try and undermine what's going on. You know your people better than I do. In order to winnow it down just to the few that are going to be trustworthy enough to not fuck over our plan, it's really not what I want. It's what you have
I
available.
think she gets the idea. Hire someone that's not going to screw us over.
As
Kind of
many
doesn't need
someones
to.
as you can.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
In the meantime, Jimenez is just going to start typing in his agent, both as himself and then later as Justice Mime. He's just going to start complaining about how people playing this game keep ruining his day. And he's going to just say, you know what would be awesome? Just fuck up with this. Just fuck up with their days. I'm not asking you to shoot them, but maybe you smash a windshield or two. Maybe you just trip them if they're walking by. Maybe shoot them if you're feeling a little extra aggressive. And then Justice Mime just keeps showing like clips of him punching people with about to bite into food.
Would you mind rolling Charismatic Impact?
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna ask Black Cat to make a roll, and I'll explain why in a moment.
Can I throw my luck in this?
Yep. Hey, the DV was 12. So, yes, they will start messing around and trolling people that are playing the game. make things a little more complicated. However, you're not going to see the results of that for another 24, 48 hours. Which is why I didn't ask Black Cat to roll. Because you have a network of people that you can call on. People that are desperate. That would take a job for just about any pay. And that are not playing the game. But to get these people together, you'll need to create a like a rendezvous point or an event or something. Like, call them to a place, screen them, take who you think will be the best, and also who you'll be able to afford. And that's going to take about a day or two. So what we're going to do is we're going to end tonight's session here. With the whole group prepping, I'll give you, before the next session, 24, 48 hours. Let me know how you prep. And then next week, we begin with that time lapse ended, as you are about to take on the game, or win the game, actually, or cheat your way out of the game. But probably put an end to this ridiculous hiring process that Militech has put forth.
In the immortal words of Eddie Guerrero, cheat to win.
Who's Eddie Guerrero?
I hate you so much right now.
And on that note, thank you everyone for coming. We'll do plugs very quickly, and of course, Black Cat's going to be back next week to see the conclusion of this tiny arc, and what will probably be, well, what will be both our season finale and also the last session before we go on a break for the 2 weeks of holidays. And then we'll come back on January 8th. That's it. Well, it's because it's Christmas and New Year's back to back.
On Friday.
Humbug.
Ah.
Just mess with you.
And despite everyone being quarantined, there are Zoom meetings and family gathering for those of us that might be in with other people. So we'll take a short break for that. But that said, let's just go very quickly around the table. Tell us where we can find you on the internet. If you have anything going on next week, plug it right away. We'll start with Reno.
Yeah, I am Adelaide Gardner, or Adelaide on Twitter. Next week on Sunday, we have on Action Fiction's Twitch channel, we have the third episode of Drain the Rich. And right after that, on Monday, we have mine and Chris Gary's game of Castle Falkenstein, which we're very excited about. We miss it every single week, and the chat has been nonstop talking, and it is really cool. It's rare to come across a game where like everybody really likes each other and everybody talks all the time. So I love it. And that's at 8 o'clock Eastern Central Time, PM in the evening. I'm losing my mind on both games. So that's Sunday and Monday. Go check those out.
Trends.
Sorry, I lost sound for a moment there. That was my fault. Hey y'all, you know me. I'm at George on Twitter. Prexworth is me at 4. You can see me around on Twitch. And fun things, tomorrow you can join me and Anino for the finale of The Regiment. Things are very complicated. There are so many people who've been shot, stabbed, bleeding, concussed, and there are a bunch of Jacobites plotting revolution. It'll be fine. So that will be very entertaining. And then on Monday over on Encounter Roleplay at 3 p.m. for the season finale of For the North. Also a lot of treason, plotting, stabbing, family drama, Song of Ice and Fire. What do you expect? But But then keep a lookout on my Twitter because I always post where I'm going to be, all the fun things I'm getting to do, all the fun, wonderful people I get to hang out with. And there are things coming for the new year, but they're secret still.
Up next, Anino Jimenez, where can we find you?
Hi, my name's Anino. You can find me on Twitter at Anino Gaming. You can catch me tomorrow on the Level Up TTV Twitch channel.
Whoa, something happened.
Whoa. Adelaide dropped out.
Adelaide had to go.
Anyways, you can find me tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time with Simon and Anna for Scion. And that should be a great time. By the way, Hannah plays some awesome wheeling dealing characters, I have to say. It's kind of scary. I don't know what's going to happen next. But anyways, so there's that. Then Prax mentioned the regiment tomorrow. And then on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time is the next installment of Ghost of Saltma over on the Other Doc channel. The final arc for our Dark Matter adaptation of Ghosts of Saltmarsh. I already know what Jimenez is going to be doing for the next 24 and 48 hours. You want to know too, you can catch the flash fic, an unconventional push on my webpage. That's aninogaming.com. Then tune in for the latest VOD over on Rob Mulligan's Cyberpunk Uncensored channel, where Jimenez gets into a lot of trouble and a lot of violence. What did you just do?
I'm trying to fix things. Don't mind me. Keep
Yeah,
going.
the overlay is something happened here then.
But anyway, yeah, so tune in for that. And then, the aftermath will play out again next week.
Everything is so fucked up. Chris, you're next.
Hey everybody, thanks for coming out. As always, we appreciate y'all in chat. We appreciate everything that you bring to our experience. My name is Chris Geary. You can find me on Twitter at Chris Geary. You can find me here on Fridays, as Simon talked about. You can find me on this upcoming Monday, and we're every other Monday over on Action Fiction's channel, Twitch channel for Castle Falkenstein. We have quite a group there. They hit it off, as she mentioned. The chemistry is hot, hot, hot. Come check it out and enjoy the ride.
Anna, Black Cat.
Hi, I'm Hannah, and you can find me on Twitter at Hannimation or on pretty much everywhere else, Instagram and Facebook at Hannimation Studios. I am so excited to be here. Thank you guys so much for having me this week and next week. This has been so much fun, and I'm sure next week is going to be a lot of fun too. You can find me with Simon and Anino tomorrow, 1 p.m. EST, playing Scion, and that is a blast as well. I'm so enjoying playing these games. Thank you guys so much for letting me play. And I'm Mr. White in the layout. I like this. Yeah.
I approve.
Oh, well, last, but certainly not least, Jinx.
Hey, I'm in. You can find me here on Fridays, and that's about it. At Heaven's Night on Twitter or Burns Through the Rain on. I don't think they saw you, but here, hold on. Oh, there you go.
You
Oh,
wrote
now you can
you wrote Jinx fiction. When are you going to start plugging that?
When I have somewhere to put it. Yes, there will be Jinx fan fiction. I promise, it's coming. There's a couple things already written, so I will post that soon. Promise. Yeah. That's it. Laters.
And I'm Simon at Wandering DM. Thank you everyone for coming. As Anino and Anna said, we'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern over on Level Up TTV for another episode of Scion, as our godlings are doing something, I guess.
the aftermath of a big brawl that broke
So
out.
it's
Oh,
at
the
this
brawl in the
point.
park. Oh my god, I'd completely forgotten. Yes, now I remember. The son of Loki burnt his fingers, and
Yeah.
Monchichi dolls and all that. Yes, and then on Monday
Ran
we'll
off
be
after
back.
the fight.
Yeah, we'll be back on Monday for Rime of the Frost Maiden. Next Friday for our season finale, and there will be some streams over on during the holidays. Probably not on this channel, though we might still play Rime of the Frost Maiden because it's on Mondays. However, you will be able to find me over on High Shelf Gaming during the holidays, as I will be GMing my first ever game of Castle Falkenstein. And player sign up are open, so if you want to check that out, check out High Shelf Gaming over on Twitter, and look up the 12 Days of Gaming if you want to participate. I am super nervous because Chris has been doing an amazing job at GMing, and Deirdre has done also an amazing job at GMing Falkenstein, and I'm here like, oh god, I'm gonna mess
should
it
I
up.
apply to play with you and just add to that nervousness?
That would probably calm me.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then just every so often you say, "Well, that's not how I would have done it," but okay.
Oh no! I'll just kind of look at him and go, "Really? Okay."
And I hate you. And you can find me tomorrow over on Cyberpunk Uncensored for a GM roundtable. It's in the evening. I tried to find the time. I don't remember, but I'll post it when I get the information. But we'll be talking about GMing, creating campaigns, and all of that fun stuff. On that note, thank you everyone for coming. I bid you all a good night, and we will see you all next week, Chumbas. Bye-bye.
To me, you're all. To me, you're all to me. You're all to me. She stood there in the light. There in the light. She stood there. She was much younger.